Hello children. So this is another video tutorial. From this we are going to start a new series of practice MCQ, and this is part 1 for chapter 13, that is why do we fall ill, for class 9th biology, and it is presented by me, Pooja Verma. So let's get started. But before that, you need to follow certain rules. Do use a sheet of a paper and pen while answering this question. If you have done it right, give yourself +1. And if you have done it wrong or unattempt any question, give yourself 0. Listen carefully to the explanation after attempting the questions. And most important, don't forget to tell your marks in the comment section below along with your name. So let's get started. So the first question is, you are aware of polio eradication program in your city. Children are vaccinated because, and your options are A, vaccination kills the polio causing microorganisms, B, prevents the entry of polio causing organisms in the body, C, it creates immunity in the body, and D, all of the above. So take your time and mark the right answer. See, we have already discussed about this polio eradication, and very it's like, some sort of different diseases as well, that and the process of vaccination, immunization. So just mark the right answer. Correct answer for question number 1 is option C, that is, it creates immunity in the body. Now here you need to understand that what is immunity. It is simply the resistance of our body to any of the pathogenic infection, any foreign particles, or to any diseases. Okay, just because we have the presence of antibodies in our body against the disease causing microorganisms. Fine. Next question is, making antiviral drugs is more difficult than making antibacterial medicines because options are A, viruses make use of the host machinery, B, viruses are on the borderline of the living and the non-living, C, viruses have very few biochemical mechanisms of their own, and D, viruses have a protein code. Here you need to, choose the correct option among the following A, B, C and D. Just go through these lines, understand that why antiviral drugs is difficult in comparison to making antibacterial one. While explaining you the pathogenic organisms, I have in detail explain you that why viral diseases are more fatal and why that drugs are tough to construct of antiviral. So take your time, mark the right answer. So the correct answer for this question is option B, that is only C, that viruses have very few biochemical mechanism of their own, and this is the most important reason that antiviral drugs are very difficult to construct as we compared with the antibacterial. Okay. Third question, many of the people suffer from the problem of acne and feel annoyed of the ugly skin texture caused due to the acne spots. Can you guess the microorganism causing these acne? Your options are A, H1N1 virus, B, trypanosoma, C, leishmania, and D, staphylococcus. So read the option carefully and mark the right answer. So children, the correct answer for this question is option D, that is staphylococcus. As I have told you, it is a bacteria that cause your acne. Okay, I have just put a picture that shows the infections of staphylococcus causing acne. Okay, so this bacteria penetrate to our skin and having a deposition of white blood cell, infected areas, skin get a lot of acne. Okay, itching will be there. All these are the symptoms. Moving forward, we have question 4. If you live in an overcrowded and poorly ventilated house, then you may suffer from which of the following diseases? Your options are A, cholera, B, AIDS, C, airborne diseases, and D, cancer. Here you need to choose the right option among the following. Take your time and mark the right answer. So the correct answer for this question is option C, that is only 3 airborne diseases. In this diagram I have put, it is mentioned certain airborne diseases just like inhalation problems, measles, chickenpox, okay, tuberculosis and all those stuff. So it is caused due to, these are the certain name of the diseases that spread through the air, called as airborne diseases. Moving forward, we have question number 5. Antibiotics are ineffective against the viral infections. For each type of the viral infection, human body produces its own antiviral protein that is released from the infected and dying host cells. What is this protein called? And your options are A. Interferon, B. Leishmania, C. Ascaris and D. Pertussis. Children, read the question very carefully. Okay, antibiotics are ineffective against the viral infections. First thing, then, for each type of the viral infection, human body produces its own antiviral protein. Okay, so here you need to name that protein, okay, which human body itself produces in order to respond against the viral infection that is released from the infected and a dying host cell. So the correct answer for this question number 5 is option A, that is interferon. See children, this is a very new thing for you. Okay, so I have mentioned over here, interferons are a group of signaling proteins. Okay, so it's a protein and released by the host cells in response to the presence of several viruses. In a typical scenario, a virus infected cell will release interferons, causing nearby cells to heighten their antiviral defenses. So keep this in mind. This is a new, the concept for you. Keep this in mind. Moving forward, we have question number 6. Cancer is a disease caused due to uncontrolled growth of the tissues in any part of the body. This disease comes under which of the following types? And your options are A. Congenital diseases, B. Infectious diseases, C. Non-infectious diseases and D. None of these. Make sure you have watched the video in which I have explained all these things to you. What is congenital, innate, acquired, communicable, non-communicable, infectious, non-infectious, acute and chronic. So all these things are there. And you must be very clear with all these concepts. So the correct answer for question number 6 is option C, that is non-infectious disease. So children, as you already know that non-infectious disease, sometimes also termed as non-communicable, okay, that is cannot be transferred from a sick person to the healthier one. Although it can be, passed through the genetically to the carrier to their children, and various factors that causes these non-infectious disease is maybe your environmental condition in which you are living. Okay, the certain sort of nutritional deficiencies, just like if somebody is having, it's like having low content of hemoglobin, that may suffer from anemia, but that is something non-communicable or non-infectious disease. Then we have lifestyle choices, the sort of it also depends the sort of lifestyle we have. Then the genetic inheritances. Moving forward, we have question number 7. The main symptoms of the HIV/AIDS infections are due to the fact that patient's body can no longer fight off many minor infections and hence becomes the reason of a patient's ultimate death. This happens because your options are A. HIV virus alone causes all the infection. B. HIV virus releases a poison in the body. C. HIV virus damages the immune system of the body. And D. HIV virus direct attacks the human nervous system. So this is a good question. Read the question again, all the options, and then mark your right answer. So the correct answer for this question is option C, that is HIV virus damages the human immune system of the body. First of all children, HIV virus is termed as human immunodeficiency virus or human immunodeficient virus. Okay, it's a type of virus that attacks to the cells. Fine. And and for now there was no cure of it. So research is still going on. So this is a good question, that main symptoms. So it gonna damages the immune system. So our body is unable to respond or fight against the different sort of diseases. It's a syndrome, right? AIDS means what? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So our body fails, our immune system fails at that extent. Moving forward, we have question number 8. Tuberculosis is a disease which spreads from one person to another directly or indirectly, is diagnosed with the help of a protein extracted from a bacterium called Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which also causes the disease. What is the name of this protein? And your options are A. Tuberculosis, B. Rifampicin, C. Cephalosporin, and D. Tuberculin. So this is also a good question for you. You are not aware about this. Even we haven't discussed this thing in the class. So the correct answer for this question is option C, D, that is tuberculin. Moving forward, we have cholera is an infectious, question number 9. Cholera is an infectious fatal disease caused by the bacterium which lives and multiplies in the small intestine. The disease sometimes occurs in epidemic form. Which of the following is not a reason for the spread of the disease? And your options are A. Breeding of the flies on the garbage heaps, B. Use of spices in the food, C. Drinking the contaminated water, and D. Consuming the contaminated food. So take your time and mark the right answer. So the correct answer for this question is option B, that is use of spices in the food. Last question for this video. For the prevention of the dehydration, the patient is advised to take the oral rehydration solution, that is ORS. The main component of the solutions are option A, sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, potassium chloride, glucose, sucrose and water. B. Sodium chloride, sodium carbonate, potassium chloride, glucose, sucrose and water. C. Sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, potassium chloride, glucose, sucrose and water. And D. Sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, potassium chloride, glucose, sucrose and water. Correct answer for this question is option A, that is consisting the solution of sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, potassium chloride, glucose, sucrose and water. So children, these are the certain basic questions for chapter 13, that is why do we fall ill. Don't forget to mention your score in the comment section below. In the case if you have any doubt, you can ask me, okay, either on this comment section or you can ask me directly through the WhatsApp group in your class group. So thank you so much for listening. Have a good day. Thanks a lot.